तनिष का बर्थडे आज पता है?
Thank you. Who is informing live to the home? Keep the phone. Thank you. Talking to? That's what I'm saying, reporting live. Thank you. Now, as if I heard, not headquarters, the tribes. Hey guys, he just informed me for the Muslim League. Did I start with the Muslim League? Or start. Did we finish?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I heard majority of the schools are winding up the exam portion, whatever is the exam, with Muslim League. Muslim League, na?
First one.
So for exam volleyball we have
at least for this term, na? Oh, up till the third phase. Because some students told me Muslim League is the last chapter. So let's proceed quickly. I will teach it from the textbook. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I know. Only formation of Muslim League.
How many of you heard? इधर आओ ना जरा. उठ के आ. थोड़ा उठ के आओ. Today we have a small presentation from my one good student. Don't mind. Please, you have to come. I said please. I don't know her name. Please bring the pen. She has extraordinary talent. So no. Please. अरे आइए आज बहुत अच्छा दिख रहा है. आओ. आइए देखिए आपका फ्रेंड है. I don't know her name. So for the next 5 minutes. She will be showing her extraordinary skills. If she doesn't show, then she has to give me a small promise. The promise is that she will never do, at least in my presence. Write it on the book. मेरा stage दे रहा हूँ. Write your name. What is the activity you're doing and signed by you. Chale, let's start. And it is recorded so that the student name is also there. And it is going live also. Good. वो हम लोग बोलते हैं ना more than 37 countries में live जा रहा है. अभी 38 country पे जाएगा. I am taking page number of Muslim League. Tell me exact page number. Now whatever you feel, I am not going to do. Write down your name. I have the habit of rotating pen in my hand. Write down. एक sentence English में लिखने का, and that also from me. Hey, come on. Nobody look at her. She is giving a promissory note. So there are many. In future, I will make promissory note many. Slowly and steadily. Do we have the factors leading to the formation?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Do we? Factors है ना?
नहीं sir, नहीं कुछ नहीं है sir.
यही तो है.
नहीं है sir, हमारे लिए formation.
In between my fingers.
Only formations, aims and objectives, and then does not matter brief.
Why were you absent in my last class? How many well do you have?
Can we check?
Which I will stop. Udhar rakh do. Thank you. Guys, take out your notebook, write the heading. Only heading, so that at least you come to the group, so that I can explain in detail. वो एग्जाम में आएगा नहीं, out of syllabus. लिख अभी. Which I will stop henceforth for today's day. Put the heading Muslim League. I'm giving the meaning. And important. वो क्या जाग के देख. ओए, वो क्लास फोटो कौन लेकर आया? तुम क्यों उनको सर्कुलेट कर रहा है? Put today's date, sign. Take a mobile, take a picture now. Take a picture and maintain in your mobile. Very good. Good. I hope this is the most Gandhian ideology, peaceful way to stop. So next time, even I do a mistake, you force me to do the same. And your best friend is doing that good activity. If at all you do, then punishment you guys have to give it to her through me. Okay? We will ask very simply to open the window and jump. और कोई प्रॉब्लम? नहीं प्रॉब्लम क्या है? जो भी उसके नीचे आएगा उनको प्रॉब्लम है. Write down Muslim League in your notebook. What's it? Write down. Muslim League, guys. Quick. Muslim League was founded. Muslim League was founded. 30 December. Formation. Mainly to facilitate. Founded for facilitating. Founded for the facilitating or for the facilitation of separate demands of Indian Muslims. Separate demands of Indian Muslims into the separate demands of Indian Muslims. Come on, guys, get on. Demands of Indian Muslims into the freedom struggle. Thank you. Second point, an All India Muslim League was set up on 30th December. Is it 1906? And All India, write the full word. All India Muslim League was set up. Abhi is not writing. Good. Why is this here? She proved to be a traitor. On 30th December 1960. Under the leadership of, under the presidency of Nawab. Okay, no need to pronounce as if some XYZ of yours. अरे friend, बोलने से पहले ही समझ जाता. That's very bad. Under the Nawab Salimullah. That's the name of the person. Under the presidency of. This is the second point. An All India Muslim League was established on 30th December 1906 under the presidency of Nawab Salimullah. And third and the last point, then I have to explain. The next permanent president to this league. The next permanent president to this league. The next permanent president to this league was Aga Khan. The next permanent president to this league was Aga Khan. Sorry, my pronunciation might not match your interest. At Aligarh. You don't write at the rate. Sorry. You don't write at the rate. At Aligarh hyphen Lucknow 1910. Now you can put your pens down and keep your mouth shut so that I can explain what is this Muslim League. Okay, now very simple, I'll tell you. This Muslim League was the work of British only, that is divide and rule. If you remember a person called Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he established his own university. What was that university called as? Aligarh Muslim University. Although it was not restricted only to the Muslims, but also to the Hindus as well. But then it showed that Britishers were successful in separating this community from which community? From the Hindus. Now, separating Hindu-Muslim is not a very recent issue. It has been done since long. Correct?
Yes.
But then the common people has to understand the motive behind it. The motive just to create a disunity. If you remember the partition of Bengal by एक minute. This girl, please stand up. You only. Tell me in which year. No. You sit up. This person. You. In which year it was the year? Okay. Partition of Bengal. Check. I don't know. Sit down. So it's so simple to tell you, Lord Curzon had an evil plan of creating disunity. But did it backfire? Yes. So we say we are learned of the Lord. We have to understand the basic motive behind every step. And you are too young to understand what is a political drama every time takes shape in Maharashtra. I go very quickly, I pulled you. In fact, I told to my ICSE 9th standard students where I was explaining writs. habeas corpus, mandamus, q warrant, and all that stuff. And what is these writs are? These are issued by a higher court to a lower court. And the recent development in Maharashtra to solve the political deadlock is one example. One had gone to High Court and the another part has gone to Supreme Court. Supreme Court has also whipped some orders and even High Court of Bombay has also. But Supreme Court has trespassed the orders of Bombay. So you understand? The CM community has gone to High Court of Bombay, whereas the defectors, you understand, defectors who are sitting in Assam, they have approached to Supreme Court. So both the court have passed an order today, but whose order is going to be standing void? High Court is going to be void. You understand? Void taken over by whom? By Supreme Court. So we always believe in India, this facet has been for years. Whatever the Maharajas have done, we are least bothered. But what you and me are part of it. I am a proud citizen of India. Regardless of my religion or regardless of my language, nobody has the right to discriminate me. If I'm involved in anti-Indian movement, definitely. So whoever terrorist in India, suddenly the leaders will come. Oh, since he is from so-called community, you are punishing him. Then very soon the government said terrorists do not have any religion. Terrorists do not have any language of their own. The only language, terrorism. I don't know whether you might be born or not when Mumbai was attacked by so-called terrorists from Pakistan. The boy who was caught live, not even boy, he was an adolescent. He was not even 15 years old. He just turned to be a terrorist since his father could not afford him a new pair of dress. Such utter poverty in that state where they came from. And that is the time not only America, France, England were ready to support India to get an attack to Pakistan. But our so-called turbaneted Prime Minister doesn't want the attack. It could have been one good attack India could have done. The problem of terrorism, there only we could have stopped. I don't know how many have seen. There was a small little boy who was saved by a nanny. Ye maine pehle bhi bola na? Yes, sir. That safe lady has taken, but the mother and father were shot dead by the criminals. That boy is close to 12 or 15 years old. He is in Palestine now, Israel. Imagine the cruel pictures that he might have seen. So we always believe that terrorism doesn't have any religion. I think any Quran or Bible or even Bhagavad Gita never says to hate another. But हम लोग अपना mind में अगर वो लेके चलेगा, it is very difficult to correct you or not to correct you. So what really happened here? The Muslim League was created as a reaction against the INC. What was INC? That you have already done. I mean, now certain people fully pressed into their mind, do not join INC. If you join INC, what will happen? The Hindus will dominate. And on the top, उस टाइम पर INC एक ऑल इंडिया हिंदू सभा से फॉर्म हुआ था, जो अभी भी कुछ लोग बोलते हैं RSS, ठीक है, RSS अलग है, INC अलग. But some people infused in their mind, all India Hindu Sabha से ये बना है. In fact, I in my lectures also told, there was no religion called Hindu. In fact, we were the people, all Hindus, Muslims, we belong to a community or a group called Sindhu. With later that Sir word has changed to her. So many people told Hindu is not a religion at all. It is just a way of life. But जब foreign invasion India में आया, रोटेट ही करो, जाओ बीच बीच, हाँ जाओ जाकर आओ. मुझे डर लग रहा है तुम्हारा. So when these foreign invasion took India, they tried to impose their religion over India. And that is the time इधर के लोग जाग गए. अगर तू अपने आप को पोर्चुगीज बोलता है, क्रिश्चियन बोलता है, मुस्लिम, तो हम भी हिंदू हैं. हम इंडियन है वो नहीं बोलेंगे, हम भी हिंदू हैं. So there the trouble started. Who has brought the mosque? Who has destroyed the temple? We do not know. अभी हम टेम्पल बनाने से पहले 100 बार खड्डा खोद के देखेगा, अंदर कुछ है क्या पहले देख ले. फिर 50 साल के बाद फिर से खोदना नहीं पड़े. We always believe only one. Then I was looking at the We always believe one thing: the formation of a Muslim League was a direct attack on the Indian unity. Why Indian unity? Now, no longer the Muslims will combine with INC, but there were some learned Muslims called Abdul, uh, Mr. Abul Kalam Azad. He was a strong believer of INC. But this Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was purposely alienated from the party. And even today, the university is still there and people study, but slowly and steadily, people have gained the knowledge now. I get my master's or degree from any university, whether it is DAV, everyone knows what is DAV, and whether it is from AMU. AMU is Aligarh Muslim. But I owe my allegiance to my motherland, which is nothing better than my country called India. My knowledge from different sources, but it is the country which has given me bread and butter. Very simple. I take the bread and butter from India and go and support the neighboring or the tri-neighboring nation, then the trouble comes. So here the Muslim League was founded by the Nawab. In those days, the Nawab might have thought that our people are not getting equal recognition. In those days, it was correct. But then we can't implement today. In fact, so many Gulf countries are there even today, where the Hindus are called as kafirs and they are not at all given any freedom. Do you think anytime Indian government उस government के पे चढ़ाई किया है? नहीं कर सकते. Pakistan, when it was undivided, I am not exactly saying the correct figure, might be more than 800 or 900 temples were there. But अभी majority temples in Pakistan are all become a shops now. अभी बेचारा भगवान ने साइड में लिया तो लोग ने शॉप खोल दिया. अभी क्यों खोला we do not know. वो पाकिस्तान गवर्नमेंट का वो उनका ट्रबल है. We can't go and force them. Correct? And there are so many Gulf countries even today they give the death sentence openly in a public also, like Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and they are stoned to death. You understand what is stoned to death? शायद हमारा इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स को बोलना चाहिए आपका कोई टीचर फंस गया, पहला वो कूदेगा उधर एंड सबसे बड़ा स्टोन लेकर आओ सर, उसके सर पे डालता है. But it is the very inhuman activity. But government है वैसा तो उन लोग चलाता है. But at least in India, even we have planned, not we have, it is almost implemented, no death sentence. But very rare crime के लिए दे रहा है. But that also almost negligible. Negligible, you understand? 0.1%. But that is what the beauty of India. हमारा laws इतना अच्छा है, you try to not to use it, but also misuse. So जब भी हमारा इंडियन गवर्नमेंट लॉज बनाता है, पहला उसका मिसयूज के लिए पहला पॉइंट्स बना देता है कि अगर इधर ये होगा, इधर ये पनिशमेंट होगा. करेक्ट? आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू नो दिस ईव टीसिंग. एक टाइम पे इतना ज्यादा था, इट वाज अ सीरियस ऑफेंस. आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी गाइस यू नो. द बॉय इज टीसिंग द गर्ल्स एंड द गर्ल gets little bit detailed with that feeling and they commit some unwanted crime. If it is reported to the police, then the concerned boy and his family member go behind. So Bombay में ये सब we are co-education, we are understand, but उसका misuse भी बहुत सारे लड़कियों ने किया. एक लड़की ने यूपी में इसलिए भी केस कर दिया because उस भैया ने उसको मोबाइल का रिचार्ज करके नहीं दिया, 250 रुपीस का. मतलब मिसयूज ज्यादा होने का चांसेस है, यूज भी होता है, ऐसा नहीं कि मैं नहीं बोलता. So we always believe Muslim League is a direct work of breaking the which part of Indian struggle? The secularist part of the Indian struggle. What is secularism? No state religion. All religion are important here. So in fact, I believe not more than 80% of the Indian populations are Hindus, but even the other minority get equal rights. Anytime visit a country called Indonesia, the largest Muslim population in the world. And to be very frank, all Hindu festivals, they get a paid government holiday. तो उधर उन लोग को हिंदू मुस्लिम का झगड़ा नहीं है क्या? In fact, Singapore government has cancelled certain holidays, but Indonesia अभी भी देता है. बोलता है कि foundation of Indonesia is because of these people. And the largest Angkor Wat temple, if you remember, it is that part only. And when the temple was described as the UNESCO site, all the Muslims of that state celebrated कि हमारा कंट्री से भी एक यूनेस्को में गया. मतलब पूरा टेम्पल को यूनेस्को देखता है अभी. So this is what understanding you and me have to take. Is it okay? So let us read one point, and after that only I'll give notes. The first point that they have mentioned here. What is the first point? Acha, what I will do, I'll make one student to read 1 point, then I'll explain. Will do. And the last 2 students were very active today. Come on. First point, you read. Establishment is it? First point. No, aims and objectives, hai na?
Sir, we have this factors leading to understanding.
Okay, which page it is then? Please. ठीक है. You come to a conclusion. What?
नहीं sir. For the forest rank students.
एक काम करेंगे. How many are saying not having? ठीक है. You read. We read. 58 is it? I'll explain. Come on. देखो, those who are saying 1 minute. Sorry. No. Check it. Hey, if you are saying not there also, listening में कोई problem नहीं, मैं notes नहीं दूँगा. ठीक है? Carry on. है ना? Carry on.
The British established their supremacy in India after dethroning the Muslim rulers who were the followers of Islam.
Underline that word, dethroning. Carry on.
Therefore, the Muslims became bitter enemies of the British. They participated in the Wahhabi movement aimed at ending British domination in India. They also took part in the uprising of 18.
Now, if I tell you this Wahhabi movement or any other movement, even this ISIS, the most dangerous terrorist group, they keep saying the word jihad. I feel, I don't know, she might be knowing in detail. You understand the word jihad? It was started during Muhammad Prophet when he established the religion called Muslim or Islam. He said this is a holy war to fight against the enemies of Islam. अभी मोहम्मद प्रोफेट का जन्म कब हुआ रहेगा और आज तो हम लोग 2022 में है. So every terrorist gives that reason only. Jihad. अरे जिहाद खत्म होके कितना 200 साल हो गए. But why are you fighting jihad? Our Islam is in danger. It is the wrong meaning which is fed into his mind. If you have remembered even the pictures, even today also you see when he was caught, Afroz, his name, he was disguised himself to be a Hindu boy only. He had so many kalais in his hand and he disguised himself that he was not a Muslim boy. From Pakistan they entered and attacked Mumbai. Kasab, sorry. But then, however, identification was wrong. Even after the death sentence, Pakistan government refused to take the dead body of that boy. In fact, the mother and father was रातों रात उनको गायब कर दिया गवर्नमेंट ने, पाकिस्तान गवर्नमेंट ने, और बोला ये लड़का तो हमारा स्टेट का है ही नहीं. And for I remember not more than 6 or 8 months the body was kept under the moratorium by Mumbai police. And finally कुछ मुस्लिम लोग ने भी उसको कोई भी ग्रेवयार्ड में जगह नहीं दिया. बोला कि he is not a Muslim boy, we will not. फिर फाइनली बैंड्रा में BKC का आगे एक जगह है जहां बॉम्बे पुलिस का ग्रेवयार्ड है, लेके जाके उसको प्रॉपर रिचुअल्स के साथ उसको उधर दफनाया. So this is what the Indian government has done. Okay, let's proceed. It's not there. Confirm. Okay. Let's proceed with the next heading. Which heading? Factors.
Theory of formation and objectives.
Let us get into objectives now. Page number 62 it is. At least thank you, you said. If not, I could have put my energy for explaining all. All said except me.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Girl, what's your name? Start reading. Vaishnavi. Everyone listen. We are going into aims and objectives. Okay, please.
The objectives of the league were laid down as follows.
Ah.
First, to promote among the Muslims of India support for the British government and to remove any misconception regarding the intention of the government in relation to.
Now, if I say the word to promote among Muslims of India support for the British government, now why did the Muslims will support the British government?
To bring the Indian
Why Muslims of India will support British?
To save their interests. To gain more opportunities.
Wonderful. Dekho, if two friends are fighting, I am supporting only one person. And I am trying to make the other person more injury. So the person whom I am supporting will always support me. Ah, sir, aapne bola. So the Britishers is trying to give some special treatment to whom? To the Muslims of India. Whereas INC is not giving them. So what the Muslims will think, oh, it is a British government who is doing good things. Any community will think, not only that. So the Indian Muslims were ready to support rather British than the INC. INC. Are you understanding? That is point number one. Directly jump to point number two.
Promote and advance the political rights.
To protect and advance, है ना promote था sir.
Protect.
Advance the political rights and interest of the Muslim. Abhi everywhere the Muslims were getting separate constituencies. What is separate? In those constituencies only the Muslim candidate will stand. Initially the Muslims felt very happy. Oh, इधर से Hindus नहीं आएगा या Christians नहीं आएगा. But ये देने के वजह से what the Britishers have done, they have separated them. Because out of this 20 or 24 or 30, I feel this boy is very special to me. मैं इसको अलग से रख के सिखा रहा हूँ. He might be very happy, but I am trying to separate him from the group. I don't want him to mingle with the others, but then he might lose the level of competition that he had it earlier. Instead, I keep saying, you don't mix up with the others, huh? They are going to really create problem to you. So he's very happy with me, but I have isolated him. What does that isolation means? I can get his whole community come for me. I can get his whole family come for me. But उसका mind में ये नहीं आ रहा सर मुझे अलग करके करना क्या था? I am creating the unity or disunity. Is it okay? Next, Vaishnavi, what is? Dekho, if Vaishnavi is saying, then I have to make one more for you. I don't know. That you have to decide. Vaishnavi will dictate and you have to write. If next I say, I do. As if they are exchanging rings between each other. When you say I do, I am not a pastor or a father. कल लेकर आता हूँ white color का gown. I do for history. She don't mind it. Yeah, she only told I do. I don't do.
I do and I went.
Oh, thank you.
Don't twist my words.
I'm twisting history too. Hey, you mind it? You mind it? Do you mind it?
No.
There you go. She accepted it. Okay, confirm. Reading. I'm set. Am I a part of the history? Hey, am I a part of the history or are we reading history? Vaishnavi, are we reading history? Please read. Third point, she is reading. Correct.
To prevent the rise of feelings of hostility.
Vaishnavi, you separate from there. Leave the book there. No, you give the book and come forward here. ये bench खाली है. इधर आ जाओ. You happy ना alone? थोड़ा time के लिए manage कर लो. Then you can intermingle again. मतलब connect with one another. Show the book to Vaishnavi. Please.
Of hostility between the Muslims of India and other communities.
Now, if I want to explain the word hostility, I feel the Muslims have great hatred. They didn't have it. Created by whom? The British. If you remember, even the partition of Bengal, the main reason was growing unity. Because I don't know, I have many times told my own personal story. However, we don't like a religion or not like, but when the food is offered, I said, I love it. Maybe the biryanis or the sheer kumas or anything. But that is easy way to enter into the other religion. Similarly, my very good friend likes the idlis and dosas that is made by my mom. So at least I'm food part mein to, jaise I am teaching one chapter in 10 CBSE, where I am teaching how spaghetti has become noodles. Globalization in the world history. The potatoes have come into India. Who has brought that sushi, the food items? Means the entire world has come to one, at least on the basis of the food. What was the Silk Route? Have you heard Silk Route?
Yes.
So we always believe that this Muslim League creation was a deliberate attempt of the British to create a disunity. Okay, let's proceed. Shall I give all these points in your notebook in simple way? So write down the heading in your notebook. Aims and objectives. Aims and objectives. Point number 1. It is aims and objectives. Point number 1. Shall we?
Yes, sir.
Write up. To promote among the Muslims. To promote among the Muslims. Support for. To promote among the Muslims. The British government. Support for the British government. With a view to. With a view to remove any misunderstanding. With a view to remove any misunderstanding and garner the support. You understand the word garner?
Yes.
Get the support. Garner. ठीक है जो भी है. Thank you. Point number 2. The support of British. Muslims had separate electorates. Muslims had separate electorates. Electorates. Careful with the spelling. Separate electorates. This is the spelling. Hyphen. Which protected the political rights of this community. थोड़ा सा point को मैंने change किया और कुछ नहीं. Which protected the political rights of this community. The political rights of this community. Next point. To represent the needs and aspiration. To represent the needs and aspirations. Careful with both the spelling. Of Indian Muslims. To protect the needs and aspirations of the Indian Muslims. Next. बस ये last है. To prevent any hostility feeling. To prevent any hostility. Enmity, huh? Hostility feeling. Careful with the spelling. Between the Indian Muslims and other communities. Careful. Between the Indian Muslims and other communities. And can we have any 2 persons saying this point without seeing? Next 5 minutes you can take. 10 points के जगह पर 4 ही था. Just try to learn. If you have a query, please ask. I would love, please. Vaishnavi being the first person to say it. Because since she was reading it, that's the reason. Come on, everyone. Silently learn. Abhi get serious and learn now. Hey, next time, you be inside and let this boy be outside. 4 points I've given, na? In exams, you have to write all 4. Come on. Although Muslim League is not a heavy weighted chapter, but be very sure. I think minimum 2 questions I have seen. Generally it comes. Aims and objectives, and on what background did it establish in India. Avi has written all the points. Assuming. But I'm writing little bit. He maintains notes well, and he has got good marks in Eco or CS, which paper is 19 out of 20. 19 out of 20 or 20 out of 20? 19. Good. Hey, your school test of geography and history has started?
Sir,
you guys have got good marks?
Yes,
or very good marks?
Very good,
sir. Out of 20? And Shruti, is it?
Yeah.
Hey, why I'm saying it, since we have covered the portion well and ahead, try to be little bit, be little bit active in your schools.
21 or 20.
Kisko, in what?
History.
Oh, wonderful.
Sir,
I'm very happy.
Out of 20.
But ये सब test है, but just wait for the unit test of that. I'm not saying that is bad, it's very good. And never miss a single test from our UT also. If at all due to some unforeseen problem you are not attending, give the late attempt. Okay? Who is ready now? कोई नहीं भागेगा है कभी भागा ये संडे कौन सा टेस्ट था क्यों भागा Hey, you maintain this and don't delete. You are a very good friend means maintain. The day when she rotates, then we will see. Even if she rotates in the school also, same school, na? But फिर वो वीडियो बना के लेकर आऊँगा. वो जो धोपेंगे हम लोग. रहने देना. Why are you disturbing a poor girl? Leave her. Anybody from this row ready? This person. Very good. Say. Look here, how beautifully she is going to say. Good. Silent down. I'm listening to the answer. Very good. Second. Very good. Wonderful. Okay, very good. All the 4 points here. Very good. Shruti, फिर बाजू में बैठना. वैष्णवी. चलिए, anyone from this row? Good, huh? Very good. I really liked it. Anyone? Even from here also.
Like now that we are learning in our books, history books, that this all the disunity between Hindus and Muslims was caused by British.
But now why? That's what you're going to
No, sir, on that question, like it was caused by British. Now we know that. So why do the riots, the Muslim riots, still continue to happen?
देखो, very difficult question. You should ask to the Prime Minister Modi. But then I'll try my level best. देखो, the word riot, I still know only one thing. It is out of confusion. Even Godhra riot, which was on Mr. Prime Minister's name, now it is clear. And there is a lady in Bombay who is arrested now. She only created all false claims. Uska naam bhi bolta hu. She is arrested. She supports the Congress government. Abhi jaise, there might be a genuine fight between two. But that fight has been highlighted in such a bad way that entire feeling. Abhi, for example, in a Christian community, in one of the, I think, schools, where they have made a meme of that Prophet Muhammad. The boy who was attending the lecture has slit the head of the professor. France. But the France government within 2 hours controlled the entire city. No right, nothing. उसको पकड़ के लेके गया जिसने उस बंदे को काटा. But he is behind the bars for his punishment. But no crime. इधर Indians में एक अच्छी बात क्या है? We are good at mouth. समझ गया? तो राइट्स यहाँ से स्टार्ट होता है मेरे ख्याल से. अगर मैंने ऐसा देख भी लिया between two, I could have said सॉरी वो दोनों जन का छोटा सा झगड़ा था, हो गया खत्म। अब हिंदू मुस्लिम का झगड़ा स्टार्ट। You look at that Agniveer scheme. 90% of they were not at all students. They were 34, 35, 36. अभी 36 वाले का उधर एंट्री नहीं है. And sorry to say, some Bihar classes, private classes were also involved in it. क्योंकि उनको पढ़ाने का बिजनेस रहता है. एक खान करके कोई आता है ना, एक बंदा जो यूट्यूब में बहुत पॉपुलर है, कभी देखा है? नॉट ये 9th वाले मुझे बोल रहे थे. He speaks in Bihari accent and he is very popular YouTuber. बहुत सारा उसका कितना तो मिलियन व्यूअर्स है. वो बंदा भी बहुत पढ़ाता रहेगा. मैं जो पढ़ाता हूँ वही पढ़ाता, बट इन हिज ओन बिहारी एक्सेंट. सो मेनी पीपल सब्सक्राइब टू हिम. इवन ही वाज आल्सो चार्ज. सो राइट का एक सिंपल रीजन है, यू ट्राई टू गेट व्हाट इट इज एंड फिनिश इट देयर. अभी फॉर एग्जांपल द गवर्नमेंट हैज टू टेक सच स्टेप्स. However the government comes to stop it, it is you and me who have to be educated. Educated in what sense? Whatever is the problem, let it be the problem, and don't bring the religion into it. I might have killed my own boy who might not be a Muslim, but suddenly किसने बोला वो मुस्लिम था, खत्म. अभी गोधरा incident, I remember I was in my school days only. There was a lady, I forgot, even she died. She came from all the way to Gujarat to Bombay High Court to give the judge decisions. उसका घर का 16 people were burnt alive in the tandoor. You know tandoor? वो लड़की का नाम भी बोलता हूँ, भूल गया. It was called as best bakery case. हाँ, bakery के अंदर जिंदा जला दिया public. Look at the amount of anger they might have had. I'm sorry to say you don't watch the movie called that Files, whatever. But in that, whatever they have shown, it is close to reality. That lady was cut into 2 pieces. How atrocities they have done. अभी इनके माइंड में इतना आता कहाँ से है? It is all that leaders and that one-eyed fellow who has gone inside the jail now. उसको कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट ने for last 18 years VIP का status दिया. VIP का status. सोचो. So the concerned government. I'm going to share a video on this only on my Insta page very soon. I've told to them also. How did this problem started? And what is the originality of these problems are. So it is education which might, second, the religious leaders who is teaching the kids have to be very careful. Abhi, I have seen so many Hindu leaders have gone to certain dargah where they offer namaz and they come out and bahar aane ke baad jo bolne ka bolo na, kya farak padta hai. So abhi hum log ko ek chota sa word yaad rakhne ka, tolerance. What is that word tolerance? Simple. It can be taught in my own family also. Do I need a government? Do I need a teacher? Simple. बेटा अगर आपको दूसरा community अच्छा लगता है बिल्कुल. And don't blame them. Try to appraise. अभी चेंबूर में I tell you the exact area. Every year inside the dargah they keep a Ganesh idol inside the dargah. And they not only keep the idol but they do 3 times or 5 times puja and aarti exactly the way you and me do. And even immersion के लिए भी वैसे ही एकदम डोल विल बजा के लेके जाता. All that community. And if you have heard to that Parel, lower Parel area, na, कौन सा लाल बाग का राजा. I have been a big fan of him. जब मालूम पड़ा पैसा पूरा ये लोग खा जाता है, फिर तब से मैंने बंद कर दिया. It's one of the deity in Mumbai. Every community respect that. जहाँ से भी वो जाता है, even दरगाह people offer all flowers and everything. So ऐसा festival को आगे लेकर आओ. है ना, where we are sharing with each other. Sorry to say, we have some political leader like Raga. Suddenly वो बाल ब्रह्मचारी वो बन जाता है, फिर दरगाह में जाता है, बोलता है I am the true Muslim. भैया तो तेरा है तो क्या? And to be very frank, I think last time I didn't disclose. Today I am saying I've got a exact proof. I say मुंह से नहीं बोलता हूँ. Even the surname called Gandhi was not their original name, because Firod Shah, his name was Gandhi, Gandhi, not Gandhi. His dad was from Bombay, Firod Shah ka. So when he got, before the marriage only, he was a very active freedom fighter and he was very handsome boy. To be, I have seen his pictures. Indira Nehru to uske samne kuch bhi nahi thi. And he was very devoted and he was very close to Nehru and family. So when he came to know that Gandhi ka surname bahut chal raha hai, he legally made his surname from Gandhi to Gandhi. तो अभी तो फिर हमको रागा को बोलना पड़ेगा तेरा सरनेम में भी गपला है, समझा? So he doesn't have that kind of understanding. I don't know whether how many have seen. When he was in London, he said that पूरा इंडिया में घासलेट डाला है, केरोसिन आग लगाने की देरी है, और आग लगाया भी उसने. क्या आग लगाया? That I don't want to say. That one of the political lady has given a statement. पूरा Islamic country हमारा खिलाफ हो. देखो how, and he looks to be a very comedy fellow, but he is a very seriously tactful fellow. पूरा कब क्या करेगा God only knows. बोलते ना हंसते हंसते पूरा country को आग लगा दे. So as he asked a very wonderful question, rights are to be understood in a very simple manner. Is it against humanity? Yes. Is it to be crushed? Yes. Is it to be punished? Yes. Don't tell them that he is from this community, that community. Okay. उसने crime किया, punishment. अभी ये जितने भी students ने train को जलाया है, government is taking a detailed report, and very soon 200 करोड़ का लोग ने loss दिखाया है. अभी 200 करोड़ तो 1% से नहीं होगा. अभी मिस्टर बाबा in UP is preparing a detailed report. अभी या तो पैसे दे दो या तो आपका घर को. And these students who have been involved in, अभी जिंदगी में उनको गवर्नमेंट जॉब क्या, कोई भी जॉब नहीं मिले. सोचो, whoever have been committed, वो बेचारा 10 बार सोचा रहेगा कि उस टाइम पर अगर मैं ये काम नहीं किया, कर दिया ना, अभी पनिशमेंट. आई थिंक ऐसा रूल्स हम लोग हमारे स्टेट में भी लेकर आने का. बट इधर हमारा स्टेट ही गायब है, सीएम भी गायब है. Anyone from here, or shall we proceed? Chलिए, let's proceed. I think I've got a good deal of time to say. What to say? He doesn't want to say. In the last part of the chapter, he's saying not coming from where it is not. Everyone put the heading. I'm giving it straight away. Significance of the Lucknow Pact. Even I know this, very important and easy. The next heading you have to write significance of the Lucknow Pact. Shall I? Right below. Quick. Yeah. अभी मैं इतना बड़ा पर्सन जल्दी बोलते, मुझे चैप्टर फिनिश करना है. No comments. I haven't stood in front of him and said क्या दिख रहा है कि नहीं. How do you know he's blind? He's okay. No, but he is a great painter, man, and he's a great photographer also. ये मुझे बाद में मालूम पड़ा. और ऐसा फोटो उसका डैड का टाइम पे लिया, वेरी रेयर फोटोज. मतलब उसका क्वालिटीज बहुत अच्छा है, but I don't know this administrative qualities. And sorry to say that Lilliput, वो जो बहुत बड़ा वो बोलता रहता है, अभी कल उसको ईडी ने बुलाया है. अभी कल से भाई साहब अभी ईडी के ऑफिस में जाएगा. वो बोला ना कब तक रहेगा गुवाहाटी, कभी तो आएगा चौपाटी. अभी उसको चौपाटी दिखाएगा ईडी. Write down point number 1, Hindu-Muslim unity. I don't want to name. You're welcome. टॉयलेट में गए या परेड में जाके? अच्छा, वो अंदर जाके जय हिंद जोर से चिल्लाया. सच पेट्रियोटिक. उधर बैठने के बाद भी जय हिंद. गुड बॉय, आई लव इट. मालूम पड़ा बाजू से किसी ने बोला पानी नहीं आ रहा किसी. Right down. I loved it. Thank you. The joint scheme of this unity. The joint scheme of this unity. This I don't want the name. HM unity. The joint scheme of this unity got ready for a compromising behavior. Compromising towards the larger good of the nation. Towards the larger good of the nation. Towards the larger good of the nation. Full stop. It was INC. You write it was Congress. No, same. ये points में नहीं दे रहा. The larger good of the nation. It was Congress which agreed by their main ideal of secular character. Of their main, write down, secular character by accepting separate electorate for Muslims. By accepting separate electorate for Muslims. Underline the word separate. मतलब this was given by British. अभी ANC बोलता हम भी देंगे. अगर आप हमारा ग्रुप में आएंगे, we will give you a separate electorate. Okay. Second point. Unity within the Congress. Unity within the Congress. Second point. The Lucknow session within the Congress. The Lucknow session was historic on its own, which brought about unity between assertive and early nationalists, which brought unity between assertive and early nationalists. Underline assertive and early nationalists. Oh, मैं और कुछ word add कर I said sorry. And early nationalists. मुझे शर्म है, चुपचाप लिखो. अभी ये 10 बार प्रोनाउंस ही करते हैं. Yes, doubts in that? I will refer it to so and so biology teacher. You believe? ऐसा पॉइंट में तो बिलीव करना ही पड़ेगा. If not, फिर बैकग्राउंड खराब हो जाएगा. अरे पर्सनल बैकग्राउंड नहीं बोला, हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड. Let us write a one more point. ये assertive की वजह से डिस्टर्ब हो गया. It was the Congress president. No, continue. Same point. It was the Congress president. ठीक है, मैं अभी बंद कर दूँ. It was the Congress president Ambika Charan Majumdar. I am writing it. You are welcome. बोलने से पहले अंबिका चरण मजूमदार. चुपचाप लिखो यार, गलती होता है. अंबिका चरण मजूमदार remark, open inverted comma. What was the remark? I'll explain this beautiful line. If the United Congress was buried at Surat, जो split हुआ था यार, सूरत में split हुआ. If the United Congress was buried at Surat, comma, it is reborn at Lucknow. Full stop. Pack your bags first. With Dhwani encouragement. You want to explain that? So I'll allow my two VIPs to move quick. Jaldi. Two girls, quick move. And then the rest, Icse. Don't create a mock day. Keep moving. And नीचे खड़े रह के कोई कॉन्फ्रेंस करते हुए दिखा, सब अपने अपने घर पे जाने का. वैष्णवी है इन कंपनी. I do. नहीं निकलो. Quick. Once you move, the other row will move. उसको धक्का मत. क्या तुम्हारा पार्टनर अच्छी नहीं है? जल्दी लेके जाओ. Guys, move and keep the door straight at home. Don't straight it up. Thank you. The other three, move. So this is the order I am following in every lecture. Good. Careful. The other two get ready. What's it? Come on. Don't create any more. Thank you and take care of yourself. Now you guys move. Careful, ये bottle गिरा दूँगा. Yeah, I forgot your name, dear. Rukshita, are you studying?
Yes, sir. Got good marks.
ठीक, thank you. I want best marks. और ये अपने दोस्त का ख्याल रखना. Thank you. अच्छा वैसा वैसा. Bye bye. Take care. Bye. Good night. See you soon. अरे क्यों उसका पैर में गिर रहा है? ए दोनों पढ़ाई कर रहा है. मार्क्स नहीं आए ना. हाँ देखता हूँ. Move.